What do you do when the world tells you no 100 times? Back in 2014, two young IIT graduates had an idea to simplify online payments in India. But here's what happened. Every bank they approached rejected them. Not 5, not 20, but over 100 rejections. Fast forward a few years, and that same idea is now powering 10 million plus businesses, handling billions of dollars in transactions, and valued at a staggering $7.5 billion. This is the unbelievable journey of Harshil Mathur, how a boy from Rajasthan turned rejection into Razorpay, India's fintech giant. And if you think this is just another startup success story, wait till you hear how close they came to giving up. Early life and spark of an idea. Harshil grew up in Rajasthan, a land of tradition, discipline, and grit. He went to IIT Roorkee, one of India's most prestigious engineering colleges. But unlike many of his peers who dreamt of cushy corporate jobs or moving abroad, Harshil had one obsession: solving real-world problems. Back then, around 2013, online businesses were booming. Flipkart, Ola, Zomato. India's startup wave was rising. But here's the irony. While these big companies could accept digital payments, small businesses were left stranded. If a small online seller wanted to accept payments, the process was a nightmare of weeks of paperwork, sky-high fees, and approval processes that favored only large corporations. Harshil saw this broken system firsthand, and he asked himself, why should accepting payments online be harder than selling the product itself? That question became the seed of Razorpay, the birth of Razorpay and brutal rejections. In 2014, Harshil and his IIT batchmate, Shashank Kumar, took the plunge. They built the first version of Razorpay inside a small Jaipur apartment, running on endless cups of chai and sleepless nights. But the real challenge wasn't coding, it was convincing banks. And here's the twist. Banks didn't take them seriously. To them, Harshil and Shashank were just two young engineers with no experience in finance. One bank officer even told them, payments is not your playground. This is for serious companies. They knocked on door after door, and over 100 banks rejected them. Investors? Same story. Fintech wasn't sexy back then. Who would invest in a startup trying to fix payments? Most people would have given up, but Harshil didn't. Instead, he doubled down. 𝐸 breakthrough. Then came the turning point. Harshil applied to 𝐸, the Silicon Valley accelerator that gave the world Airbnb, Dropbox, and Stripe. Against all odds, Razorpay got in. With just $120,000 in seed funding, they finally had validation. YC wasn't just money, it was credibility. It was a stamp saying, this idea matters. Armed with that, Harshil and Shashank returned to India with new confidence. And slowly, Razorpay began winning its first clients. Explosive growth. What happened next? Pure rocket fuel. In 2016, Razorpay had just 1,000 merchants. By 2021, that number had shot up to 8 million. Today, over 10 million businesses, from Swiggy to Book My Show to Airtel, trust Razorpay. And the money? Razorpay's revenue grew by 76% year-on-year in FY 2023, touching nearly 1,500 Indian rupees crore. From being rejected by every bank, Razorpay now partners with India's biggest financial institutions. And let's talk valuation. Razorpay isn't just a startup anymore. With a valuation of $7.5 billion, it's among the top fintechs in all of Asia. Why Razorpay succeeded when others failed? Here's the magic. Razorpay wasn't just a payment gateway, it was a payment experience. Onboarding that took weeks elsewhere? Razorpay did it in hours. Complicated developer integration? Razorpay offered clean APIs that developers loved. And instead of stopping at payments, Razorpay kept innovating, launching Razorpay X for payroll, Razorpay Capital for lending, and even credit cards for startups. In short, Harshil didn't build a product, he built an ecosystem. Challenges and failures along the way. Of course, success didn't come easy. Harshil openly talks about the challenges. Trust deficit, convincing large companies to rely on a startup run by two 20-somethings. Regulations, navigating India's complex RBI policies on payments. Scalability, handling billions of transactions while keeping the system glitch-free. But here's the thing, every rejection made them stronger. Every roadblock forced them to innovate. Failure wasn't the end. It was just part of the blueprint. Harshil's vision and leadership. Harshil Mathur isn't your typical CEO in a boardroom suit. At just 32 years old, he represents India's new generation of founders, grounded, sharp, and mission-driven. His vision is simple yet powerful, to make digital payments so easy that even the smallest Kirana store can accept them without hassle. And today, that dream is alive. Whether it's a roadside food vendor, a local tuition teacher, or India's biggest e-commerce giant, Razorpay is powering them all. From 100 rejections to becoming India's fintech powerhouse, Harshil Mathur's journey proves one thing. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's the price of admission. Every no pushed him closer to a bigger yes. Every rejection was just a redirection. So, the next time you face failure, ask yourself, is this the end? Or is this just my Razorpay moment? If this story inspired you, smash that like button, subscribe for more powerful startup journeys, and share this with a friend who needs motivation right now. Because who knows, their idea might just be the next Razorpay.